our last question was basically next steps. You know, we've learned a lot of server-side technology, introduction to programming type things. Where do our students go from here, and what would you recommend they learn next?
Sure. So I would start getting good at two main technologies. One is JavaScript, which is a completely separate programming language from anything we've talked about in this class. And that it runs in the browser. And so you can make your web page do fancier things. And the other is CSS. This is, you know, I've had some CSS in the homeworks and in the lectures, but I've never quizzed you guys on it because we don't know how to even grade CSS yet. And this is how you describe what your pages look like: colors and font sizes and boxes and layout and all that sort of stuff. So this will make, you know, basically everything you've learned in this class, you know, you can make a pretty substantial website with everything you've learned in this class up until this point. And with JavaScript and CSS, you can make your website look more professional and, you know, look more like a website. But functionally, you can do all the major things. So JavaScript, CSS, if you learn those, you'll have a lot of tools in your toolbox.
Okay, great. I think that's all the questions we had. And Unit 6 and Homework 6 has just been posted. Anything you want to say about that or about Week 7 and the final?
So, you know, Unit 6 is caching, basically 101 ways to use Memcache. That should be a fun one. The homework should be pretty straightforward, I think. And then Unit 7, no more quizzes in Unit 7. It's basically we're just going to talk about a lot of the real-world stuff we did with growing Reddit, and we'll talk to some of the Udacity engineers about how they use App Engine in production. And then the final is basically going to be building another website similar to your blog, but this time all at once. And we'll talk all about that in Unit 7.
One last question that I just remembered was how to prep for the final. And I would recommend personally that you just make sure you have all the homework done and that you understand it. If you have those things done, I would say the final really shouldn't be bad.
Yeah, if you've done the homeworks, the final shouldn't be any problem. In fact, after I wrote the final code, about 2/3 of that code is from homeworks. You know, the user registration stuff, the caching stuff. It's all, you know, you'll find yourself when you're writing any web application, a lot of that code will get reused over and over again. That's why we taught it. So yeah, if you can do the homework, you shouldn't have any problem on the finals.
Okay, great. We'll see you in class.
All right, bye guys.